Hi, my name is Travis Harder, and this is my innovation. I call this Random Acts of Awesome. This is an employee peer recognition program designed to kind of deal with some of the flaws or deficiencies in existing recognition programs. So what we currently have is there's a lot of focus on manager-oriented recognition. So this would be things like a monthly one-on-one. The manager says, "Hey, I noticed you did this. Good job. Thank you so much." Or they give their employees a quarterly or monthly bonus to recognize them going above and beyond. The problem with this is that often managers will only really notice the work if the staff is advertising this. So the squeaky wheel gets the grease, so to speak, where the loudest employees that advertise all of their accomplishments will get recognized, whereas quieter employees that go above and beyond but don't feel like bragging won't be recognized by their managers. This can lead to disengagement with a lot of the best staff if they're not outspoken. This is especially true in the IT sector where a lot of employees are introverts. And so they really have a big win or accomplishment, or they really do step up and go above and beyond. But they don't advertise this because they don't want to seem like they're bragging about doing their job. Well, the management never finds out about this, and they never pass on the praise or any sort of reward for going above and beyond. This gets compounded by having less than stellar employees receiving praise for their accomplishments as they just brag about everything they do, and management notices that. There are peer recognition programs that often attempt to address this, but they're typically limited to nominating your coworkers for Employee of the Month, where you get to keep a trophy on your desk for the rest of the month, or you get a coin that once you receive enough of them, you can redeem them, but they usually have the value of an air mile. So they don't get a lot of buy-in because there's no real value for recognizing a peer. You say, "Oh yeah, I gave so and so a hero nomination," but what good does that do? A lot of times they'll have monthly meetings where you can recognize an employee, but then you have to call out the person in front of the entire company and say, "Hey, this person did a really good job," which for a lot of people is fine. But again, for some of the more shy and introverted employees, that's just an embarrassment, and they would rather do anything than be there and have everyone clapping while they stand in the middle of a meeting room. Uh, Companies have been recently allowing employees to send recognition gifts or baskets to clients and customers. So you find out, oh, well, Susan at our client had a baby. So the employee can have a gift basket sent over to Susan and to say congratulations. The intention on this is building customer loyalty and improving your company's public brand. So the random act of awesome kind of takes that idea and applies it to peer recognition. So rather than making that employee stand up in a staff meeting to have everyone clap and cheer and then move on with their lives, or giving someone what is effectively a Disney dollar, hey, here's a coin that will get you that's worth $1 once you get enough of them. This will empower staff to really give a decent gift to their peers. So an example, a $25 gift card to Amazon or to a restaurant or an edible arrangement. It would just like say, hey, Greg really stepped up last week and he helped us out a lot. I really want him to know how much the rest of the staff appreciate him. So it gives the employees a tangible award for going above and beyond, and it doesn't require your manager to happen to notice it. There would be some fine print. So in order to kind of prevent, employees from just going crazy, there's a reason why rank and file staff generally don't get the company credit card. There would have to be a specific limit per year. So typically something like, oh, well, you get 2 gifts per quarter or per year, or you're given $200 a year to award to your peers as a recognition gift. Uh, all gifts would also require management approval. So rather than just saying, hey, here's a gift card, you'd say to your manager, okay, well, Greg really stepped up. He worked all hours of the night, even though he wasn't the employee that was on call. And then your manager would have to make the final decision saying yes or no. This would also prevent any sort of quid pro quo agreements saying, hey, if you give me your reward, I'll give you my reward. And ensure that gifts are used for going above and beyond. And as I said before, all gifts have to be limited to going actually above and beyond, rather than just, oh yeah, Greg printed off a memo for me yesterday and dropped off at the conference room. Well, that's not really going above and beyond. But again, Greg spending all night fixing an issue when it wasn't really his responsibility, that is absolutely going above and beyond. And that is easily something a manager can miss, but the peers will recognize. And having this random acts of awesome to award to your coworkers will build engagement and really give employees a sense that I can properly thank someone for helping me out. So yep, that is my innovative idea, and have a good night.